Any attempt to make justification dependent upon sanctification is to rob grace of its freeness and to add works in some form to saving grace. That is an intolerable denial of all that we have seen, and any attempt to look upon justification as being possible without any continuing righteousness is to turn the grace of God into lasciviousness, as Jude tells us. God does not give righteousness apart from newness of life. It is unfortunate that men will not read all of the scriptures and comprehend the entire teaching of the book. It is this failure which caused some men to think for a moment that the teaching of Christianity was that a man might continue wallowing in sin willfully, in order that there might be more grace exhibited in his salvation. They heard the apostle preach that God had made a wonderful provision for the free and full acceptance of the ungodly. He set forth the truth in such a fashion that no room was left for doubt that works, character, and virtue played no part in the acceptance of the sinner by God. Even faith itself was not to be commended as though it were something to be rewarded, for it, too, was the gift of God. Faith had no power in itself. Its value consisted entirely in being centered in Christ. Faith was nothing more than a great emptiness which received the fullness of the work of Christ, who provided all by his one obedient act in the sacrifice of himself upon the cross. This one act of obedience was the sole factor in gaining acceptance for the sinner before God. Well, Paul, if we have understood you rightly, we're going to turn over and go back to our sin again. We'll continue to feast upon it and revel in it. For according to your logic, where sin abounded, grace did much more abound. So we shall go back and let a little more sin abound, and then grace can overflow still more. Isn't that logical? As a matter of fact, it was not logical, it was infernal. And Paul didn't hesitate to say so. Justification and sanctification are as inseparable as a torso and a head. You can't have either without the other. God does not give a gratuitous righteousness apart from newness of life. While justification in its action has nothing to do with sanctification, it does not follow in any logic that sanctification is not necessary. We read in Hebrews 12:14, "Without holiness no man shall see the Lord." The foolish accusation which these people brought against the truth of the gospel, and especially against the true relationship between justification and sanctification, is a charge that has been brought in all ages. I recall having read somewhere that in the Middle Ages, there were some who refused baptism, arguing that they would wait till they were old in order to have more sins that could be washed away. If they could wait, if they could wait sanctification. Faith had no power in itself. Its value consisted entirely in being centered in Christ. While justification in its action has nothing to do with sanctification, it does not follow in any logic that sanctification is not necessary. Justification and sanctification. Justification and sanctification. If they can wait. If they can wait. If they can wait. If they can wait. That is an intolerable denial of all that we have seen. And any attempt to look upon justification as being possible without any continuing righteousness is to turn the grace of God into lasciviousness, as Jude tells us.